Hello, boys and girls. It's Scholastic News time. I'm so excited. So, if you would find your Scholastic News that says "Bye Bye Bottle," a whole bunch of recycled objects in it, would you please find that as well as a highlighter? Let you have a few moments to do that. Awesome. And remember, if I'm going too fast, what can you do? You're right. Pause it. Okay. Let's see what our Scholastic News has for us today.
Bye-bye bottle. You put a bottle in the recycling bin. What will happen to it?
Come along with me.
Let's see what we're going to learn today.
Follow that bottle. As you read, think about what happens to your bottle in each step. First, it goes on a truck. A truck lifts up the bin. It dumps everything into the truck. Plastic bottles, metal cans, and glass tumble in together. Your bottle falls in too. Follow that bottle.
Here's my ride.
Next, it goes into a pile. The truck goes to a recycling center. It dumps everything into one big pile. A front loader pushes it all together. Now there is room for more bottles, cans, and glass. Follow that bottle.
Hi.
All right, awesome. So let's highlight some words together today. So if you see here, this says recycling center. It says the truck goes to the recycling center. Can you please highlight the words recycling and center? That's where they're going to put all the recycled objects and all the materials. Let's highlight that. Okay, let's also highlight the word front loader. So do you see this truck right here, this big old piece of equipment? That's a front loader that's going to push all those recycled objects together. So it's going to push all those objects like bottles, cans, and glass to make more room. Okay, so highlight front loader. Good work. Let's move on.
Hi, I'm over here.
There's the bottle.
Then it gets sorted. A conveyor belt takes your bottle to a special room. It's the sorting room. Your bottle gets put into a pile with other plastic bottles. Follow that bottle.
Whoa!
Conveyor belt.
So here's the conveyor belt, boys and girls, and here's that bottle we're following today. So let's highlight the words conveyor and belt. So let's highlight conveyor belt. Okay, so all your recycled materials will go on this conveyor belt right here to get ready to be sorted. Nice conveyor belt.
Last, it gets smashed. A machine smashes all the plastic bottles into big cubes. The cubes are sent to factories. The factories recycle the plastic. They turn it into something new. Bye-bye, bottle.
Ouch.
I wonder.
Okay, let's highlight the word factories. So the cubes are sent to factories. Okay, so that's a place where they're sent, factories. Factories are usually really large in size. It's a building. Let's also highlight the word recycle together. Can you say recycle? Recycle. So at the factories, that's where they're going to actually recycle the materials, not throw them out, but they're going to be recycled. Nice. Let's highlight recycle.
What will my bottle be turned into? Plastic bottles can be melted to make new things. Here are some of those things. New bottles. Toys. Tubs. Jackets. The plastic is in the jacket's puffy filling.
Okay, awesome. Wow, we just learned a lot. So we learned about each step and what happens to your bottle in each step. Let's look at, what step should we look at today? Well, I think that we should look at this section today. So the second section that's yellow. Let's highlight something we learned today. So it says next it goes into a pile. The truck goes to a recycling center. It dumps everything into one big pile. A front loader pushes it all together. Now there is room for more bottles, cans, and glass. Okay, Let's highlight this whole sentence. So a front loader pushes it all together. Now there is room for more bottles, cans, and glass. So we learned that the front loader helps make more room for more recyclable materials. So let's highlight this entire paragraph right here. So from the word A to finishing at the word glass. So this whole part right here, boys and girls, let's highlight that. Nice work. Okay, let's see here. So it says, oh, it's going to read it to us. Oh, no, it's not. I always forget. Okay, sorry, boys and girls. It says reuse it. It says you can recycle some things. You can reuse other things. That means you use them again and again. That makes a lot less trash. Click on which one you can use over and over again. So we need to look at these pictures and words to figure out what types of materials we can use over and over again. Okay, what about the lunch bag? Can you pack a new lunch every day in your lunch pail? You are right, we can. Perfect. What about a water bottle? Can we reuse a water bottle every single day? So like Miss E in the morning fills up her pink water bottle. And typically that's a water bottle I use every day. So I can reuse it. Do you reuse a water bottle quite often? Perfect. Okay, so let's look at these two pictures of the towels. So here it looks like a paper towel you would see maybe when you come in from recess and you wash your hands. So when you dry your hands with that paper towel, where do you usually put it? In the trash, right? And you're not going to take it out of the trash when you come back from your next recess, right, to dry your hands with that towel again. So it's not reusable, right? Okay, what about this towel? This looks like a kitchen towel. Can you hang up your kitchen towel in your kitchen and dry your hands with it many different times and not throw it away? You are right. What about a plate? So there's two different types of plates here. One is a paper plate. So what do we do with paper plates usually? You're right. We put our food on the paper plates, and then what do? Do we put it back in our cupboards in our kitchen, or do we usually throw it in the trash or the recycle bin? You're right. So we throw it away. But what about a plate like this that could be put into the dishwasher? Can we reuse that plate over and over again? You're right. Okay, I'm going to give you a challenge here. Look at these two different bags. Kind of tricky. So what type of material is this bag made out of? Thinking in our heads. And what type of material is this bag made out of? You think the paper bag is reusable, a bag we can use over and over again without it getting ripped? Because it looks ripped here. Or what about this bag? Looks like cloth. Have you or your family ever taken a cloth bag into the grocery store to put your groceries in? And you use that many different times. Okay, so that means it would be reusable. So this one would be it. Nice. What about these drinking cups down here? Look at these two options. What type of material is this cup made out of? You're right, paper. What about this cup? Looks like stainless steel. What cup do you think Miss E could fill up over and over again and bring to school every day? You are correct.
Good work.
Good work, boys and girls. So if you haven't circled those already, the ones that the items we can reuse over and over again, like Miss E has done, please do that right now. I'll give you a few moments to do that. Perfect. See what video we have today.
Follow that bottle.
Hi, I'm Blair Rainsford, an editor at Scholastic News. Every day, we put bottles, cans, and paper in the recycling bin. But then what? I wanted to find out what happens to our recyclables after the trucks drive away. So come with me to see what happens to our bottles and cans once we send them on their way. Hi again. I'm here at the Sims Recycling Facility in New York City. Trucks and boats bring recyclables from all over New York City right here. Millions of pounds of plastic, metal, and glass are dumped here every single day. But what happens next? Let's find out. Here we are on the tipping floor. This room is huge. And I have to be honest, it's a little stinky. Enormous cranes scoop up recyclables from barges and drop them into giant piles. Then a front loader pushes everything together to make room for even more recyclables. There's one big pile for glass, metal, and plastic, and another pile for paper. Paper goes off somewhere else to be recycled. But all the glass, metal, and plastic get sorted right here at Sims. Time to start sorting. The front loaders scoop up the bags and drop them onto a thick moving band called a conveyor belt. The conveyor belt carries everything into the sorting room. The sorting room is like a maze of machines and conveyor belts. The machines separate out the recyclables and send them on different paths depending on what they are made of. Whoa, it's loud in here. What? The first machine is the shredder. The shredder tears open any plastic bags and dumps out all the recyclables. Next, the recyclables go over a rack of spinning metal wheels. The metal and plastic pass over the wheels, but all the glass gets broken and falls down onto another conveyor belt. This long, long belt sends the glass away to get crushed into smaller pieces. Meanwhile, the rest of the recyclables go through my favorite machine, a giant spinning magnet. Metal objects stick to the magnet, but plastic objects don't. The magnet picks up the metal and drops it onto another belt, leaving the plastic behind. The plastic is all sent under a special camera. The camera can tell if the recyclables are made of heavy plastic or light plastic. Then another machine shoots jets of air at them to blow them into separate bins. The recyclables go through a few more sorting machines. They go by people, too. They are called inspectors. The inspectors pull out anything that isn't supposed to be there. Sometimes they find some really weird things, like bowling balls, trophies, and wigs. Hey, look, a basketball. Finally, the recyclables are all sorted. The glass is all crushed up into tiny pellets. The metal and plastic recyclables get squashed into huge cubes. Each cube weighs 1,000 pounds. The plastic, metal, and glass get shipped off to factories all over the world. The factories turn them into new things like cars, frisbees, or playground equipment. So that's the story of what happens to the things we recycle. That plastic bottle you recycled might get turned into a coat, a carpet, or even another plastic bottle. So who knows? You might see your bottle again after all.
Awesome. Super important to recycle materials that can be recycled, boys and girls, so then they can get turned into other things and not thrown into the landfill. Okay, let's do our vocabulary today.
Recycling center. A place where workers and machines sort old things like glass, plastic bottles, and metal cans so they can be used to make new things. front loader. Trucks that can push things around or move them from one place to another, like recyclables, dirt, or snow. Conveyor belt. A machine that moves things along. This conveyor belt moves boxes from one place to another. Recycle. Break down old things like glass, plastic, cans, and newspapers so they can be used to make new things. Factories. Buildings where large amounts of things are made very quickly. Things like cars, clothes, and toys can be made in factories.
Awesome work. Let's see if the game works today. We've been having luck, so I have some faith in the game today. I think it's gonna work. Would you look at that? Perfect. Let's play.
Throw out that trash. Click on the correct spelling of each plural word.
I see 3 mouses. I see 3 mice. What would make sense to fill in that missing part? Does I see 3 mouses make sense? Or does I see 3 mice make sense? Make more sense. You're right, mice.
I see 3 mice.
And there's our piece of trash flying. Many children play in the park. Many child. Oh, sorry. Whoa, we made it into the recycling bin. Okay, does children make sense for this sentence? Many children play in the park or many childs play in the park? What one sounded a little bit off? You're right, many childs play in the park doesn't make sense. So it would be many children more than one.
Many children play in the park.
Nice. Second piece of, our second recyclable material just landed in the recycle bin. Okay. The tree has a lot of leaves, or the tree has a lot of leaves. Listen again. What one makes most sense? The tree has a lot of leaves, or the tree has a lot of leaves. You're right, leaves.
The tree has a lot of leaves.
There goes our apple core flying in the air. Garbage bin. Okay, there are 5 fish in the pond, or there are 5 fishes in the pond. Think in your head, what one makes most sense? There are 5 fish in the pond, or there are 5 fishes in the pond? Fish.
There are 5 fish in the pond.
Nice. Yay, so thanks for keeping our earth clean. Awesome work. Well, that was a great Scholastic news today, boys and girls. We learned a lot about recyclable materials and the importance of recycling. It's very important to recycle materials that can be recycled. Okay, boys and girls, you can put your Scholastic news away, your highlighter away, and I will see you next time. Oh, I lost this for a second. Bye, boys and girls.